Coming up on MCTV this week, a mock presidential debate occurred on campus, and students could help others by giving blood. This week starts now. Hello and welcome to MCTV This Week. For Troy Philbin, I'm Cameron Lyon. Last Monday evening, students and faculty attended a mock presidential debate in the Morgan Room. Don Williams has more.
We have balanced a budget on this plan.
It hasn't been done under the current administration.
Thank you, President.
Unlike the televised debates, this mock debate included President Obama, Governor Romney, and Governor Johnson, the Libertarian candidate. Students in the American presidency class researched about each candidate's plans and were broken into groups portraying each candidate. They discussed central topics such as the health care, tax deficits, and the economy.
Under the fair tax, tax evaders and the underground economies will finally pay taxes. A tax system where everyone pays their fair share based on what they spend, not on what they earn.
Senior Rebecca Riggs organized the event as a class project and served as a moderator for the event.
We wanted them to understand some of the key topics that the presidential candidates talk about, and we wanted them just to become educated voters, because college students a lot of the time don't really pay attention to politics and don't really know who to vote for.
For more information on upcoming election events, you can visit facebook.com/mcvoting.
This week, students got a chance to give blood. Last Monday, students were able to donate blood to the American Cross in the Huff Center from 1 to 7 p.m. Students were advised to drink 4 extra glasses of water after giving blood and to avoid exercise or heavy lifting. One student describes what benefits a person can get from donating blood.
You know, I don't know the immediate benefits, but I mean, if it's helping others, I'm all in for it. I mean, if it's going to a good cause, why not?
If you have ever had problems giving blood or would like information on how you can give blood, you can call the American Red Cross at 1-866-236-3276.
Last week, Monmouth College celebrated Breast Fest. Blue Key Honor Society hosted this fundraiser that asked attendees to make a small donation to breast cancer awareness. For their donation, the audience got to see several musicians to perform on stage with a variety of instruments, such as the piano, acoustic guitars, and harmonicas. More than $75 was raised at this event.
There's a lot of people who have been affected by breast cancer. I think it's important to try and find a cure to help raise money for breast cancer research.
If you would like to donate money to breast cancer awareness, you can contact Kayla Corzine at kcorzine@monmouthcollege.edu.
Last Wednesday, AACP After Hours hosted a bingo night starring Billy Bernard, the Assistant Director of Greek Life, Leadership, and Involvement, as the host. The night included food and drinks that could be purchased with Flex dollars, as well as prizes for those lucky enough to win a game of bingo. Bernard and the ASAP put different spins on the game by introducing ways of indicating a win, such as singing and dancing. According to AACP After Hours Chair Allison Fantetti, Billy did a great job hosting the event and bringing in a crowd, and this event will return.
I think we can. I think next semester in the spring we're planning on doing bingo once a month, and Billy might make reappearances.
The next AACP event will be Thursday, November 8th, with the Underground Coffee House.
Taking a look at some events on campus this week, there will be a walk-in flu shot clinic on Friday at 11 in the Stockdale Center Conference Room number 1. The cost is $30. Also on Friday, the annual Student Juried Art Exhibition starts in the Len G. Everett Gallery in the Hughes Library. And Friday at 7, Alpha Xi Delta presents their annual Touched by an Angel benefit in the Dahl Chapel.
Coming up in sports after the break. History was made at April Zorn Memorial Stadium last Saturday. Hear all about it after this. After dropping 600 yards of offense on the Lawrence Vikings last week, Monmouth football looked for their 5th victory of 2012 versus Illinois College. Leading 7-0 after the first quarter, the Blue Boys capped off an 8-minute drive to begin the second with this 3-yard score by Ross Barker, taking a 14-0 advantage. The Scots would answer on their first possession of the second quarter. Brick Windekin connects with C.J. Shields for this 21-yard score, chopping the Blue Boys' lead to 7. On their next possession, the Blue Boys were moving the chains again until Michael Bates' pass is picked off by Monmouth's Michael Lafferty, who returns it 60 yards to put the Scots in scoring position at the Illinois College 25-yard line. 4 plays later, Monmouth's Trey Yoakum tied the Scots' all-time touchdown mark of 43 with this score from 11 yards out. Suddenly, the game was tied at 14. As time wound down in the first half, Blue Boys quarterback Michael Bates finds Kevin Wallace to put his team back on top 21-14. An icy field goal was the only score of the third quarter, and both teams would trade field goals in the fourth before some luck gave the Scots hope. Scrambling to his left, this Windekin pass, intended for Austin Peterson, is tipped by Peterson, then an icy defender right into the arms of C.J. Shields, who takes it to the house, pulling the Scots within 3, 27-24. After Dakota Lammy's third score of the afternoon for the Blue Boys, this 19-yard touchdown reception by Austin Peterson pulled the Scots to within 3 once again, 34-31. IC would hold on, defeating the Scots for the first time since 1996.
It's frustrating that there's times that we have chances to make plays and we don't, and it's kind of become our MO right now, and that's not a good thing. And we've got to be able to at times be able to, when it's crunch time, be able to make those plays, and we just kept shooting ourselves in the foot, and that, the end result is what you get when you do that.
The defeat gives Monmouth a record of 4-4, and they'll travel to Ripon on Saturday. In 2 weeks, they'll face Knox in the 124th Turkey Bowl at home. After a 6-3 campaign and a 4th place finish in the Lincoln Trail Conference, the United Red Storm take on conference foes Stark County for the 2nd straight week in the 1A state playoffs. As the temperatures cooled down last Friday, the high school football playoffs heated up in a close matchup between United and Stark County. Stark County drew first blood with a 46-yard pass from Justin Kohler to Jake Birchtold with 7:46 remaining in the first. Just 4 minutes later, senior running back Grant Schrock gave the Red Storm great field position after this run to the 5-yard line. That run set up this touchdown by Schrock to tie the game at 7. The Rebels took back the lead late in the first with this Justin Kohler 57-yard pass to Thorne Hicks to give the Rebels the lead. The Red Storm opened the second with an 8.5-minute drive, capped off by a 19-yard touchdown run by sophomore Jack Whitsitt. At the half, the game was tied at 14. Both teams put up zeros in the third quarter, setting up what would be an exciting finish. With just 5 minutes to go, Stark County gave the ball to Jake Birchtold, who runs it 27 yards for the go-ahead touchdown. Late in the fourth quarter, the Red Storm had one more chance from their own 30-yard line, but their 4th fumble of the night stopped them in their tracks. With 2 minutes left, this 20-yard completion to Bryce Willis sealed the victory for Stark County, ending United season. The Stark County Rebels will face Mooseheart on Saturday as the United Red Storm finish their season 6-4. On Saturday, the women's soccer team finished off their season against Grinnell. On Senior Day, the Scots took to the field to honor their 4 graduating players. The first half of the game saw neither team score. Senior Ashley Reynoso scored early in the second half to give the Scots the lead. The Pirates tied the game up in the last 15 minutes of the game on this goal by Hannah Safter. But 30 seconds later, Reynoso scored her second goal of the game to give the Scots the lead once again. The Scots would hold off the Pirates to win 2-1.
It was amazing. I told the girls this is one of my favorite moments in sports all time. Well, we're not done yet. We're going to go to the conference tournament now, and we really think that we've just beaten some teams that are going to be in the conference tournament, so we have our sights set on winning it as well. We think we can do it, and if we do it, we get to play in the NCAA tournament. Our program has never gone there before, and we would love to do that this year.
The women's soccer team finished their season with 9-6-3 and will face St. Norbert in the conference championships on Saturday. The men's team also took to the field against the Pirates on Saturday. Celebrating Senior Day, the Scots took to the field for their final regular season game. The Scots got out to an early lead when Max Daniels scored his first goal just 80 seconds into the game. The Scots defense faltered, however, allowing 5 unanswered goals in the first and second halves, including this goal by Joseph Brown. The Pirates topped the Scots 5-1.
We said goodbye to 6 seniors today that played in their last game. 4 of them had been here all 4 years and had really done some good things for us. And then last year, 5 of them were part of the best season we'd had in about 10 years. So we're going to miss them, but we're going to hope to get some new kids in here and be even better next year.
Coach McNamara's squad finished 3-13-1 this season, missing the playoffs. The Monmouth College volleyball team played host to Lake Forest in a nail-biter on Thursday, and it would come down to the bitter end. The Scots went head-to-head with the Foresters in a game lasting 2 hours and 5 matches. Monmouth College started off strong, taking the first match, but Lake Forest quickly answered, winning the second. Senior Chelsea Woodrup and Elise Slezak helped guide Monmouth to a strong win in the third match. The Lake Forest responded by stealing the fourth and tying the game, 2 matches apiece. The final match went down to the wire. Monmouth College and Lake Forest exchanged leads back and forth until Lake Forest finished them off 23-21.
We talked about how never gave up, mental toughness, and we had our chances. They stopped us. We got to give them a little credit that way. But we didn't miss a serve during those intense times at the end. We didn't hit anything out of bounds during those intense times, so great team effort. Never gave up.
We definitely played as a team. It was a really close game. We battled with them, we played with them. Obviously we didn't come out on top, but I think it definitely proved that we played as a team and that we're still playing well even though it's later in the season.
The volleyball team headed back to the court on Saturday to face Beloit. In Game 1, the Scots started off strong. Despite a Beloit comeback, the Scots win 25-16. In Game 2, Beloit amped up their defense, but it wasn't enough. Scots won Game 2 25-17. In Game 3, would submit the sweep with a win, 25-12.
We play in the conference tournament next weekend, so we're anticipating kind of figure out where we're going to be playing at and who we'll be playing. So we're hoping to continue our winning ways.
The women play in the conference tournament in Iowa on Saturday. That's it for sports. Here's your scores for this week.
Welcome back. The theater department took stage to perform a Greek tragedy this past weekend. The play Bacchae tells the tale of the Greek god Dionysus traveling to Thebes. He finds that he's doubted as a god and sets out to punish the non-believers. In addition to the strong acting, this production used special effects to tell the story. Theater alum Tony Wash returned to MC to assist in creating professional-grade effects, including a severed head.
One of the actors in the show, Pentheus, the character is killed by his mother, and all of his body parts are chopped up. And so what happens is they put his head on a stick, and they bring it back in, and they bring in all the different body parts back in. So Tony cast the head of the actor Patrick LeBlanc, and so what happens then is Tony took it back to Chicago, they worked on it. Michael Carioto, who's a senior here, who's doing the makeup and hair design, also did some work on it. And so it's a very realistic, very creepy looking head that's brought back in on this big pole, and then there are other body parts brought in along with it.
find out more about upcoming productions, visit www.monmouthcollege.edu/theater.
That'll do it for MCTV this week. I'm David Beidel.
And I'm Tori Philbin. Be sure to tune in next Wednesday for a new edition of MCTV.
And I'm Cameron Line. Remember, you can find us 24 hours a day on the web at monmouthcollege.edu/MCTV. We'll see you next week.